Hello, Levi. It's Wednesday. I will admit it's been a little bit since I've actually recorded a video. It feels weird. You're here in my room. It's been a little while, so I have new things like a poster and there's a quilt I don't know if people have seen, and there's curry posters and there's a baseball themed lamp back there. Anyway, it has been a while since I've recorded, since I've done like one of these videos, and I wanted to specifically because of this. See if I can zoom in there. That's right, Levi, I'm going to a Kings game on Monday against the Grizzlies, Monday night at 7 p.m. I'm so excited. I've wanted to go to a Kings game forever. This is my birthday present from my parents. I'm going to make a video for that game. Don't worry, you will be there with me. But before we get there, we've got to do a little explanation. No, I haven't talked about the Kings since last season, where I watched the last game of the playoffs where they tragically lost to the Warriors. And I've tried to put that behind me, but this year, very different. And by very different, I mean mostly the same. I wanted to talk about the starting lineup, the storylines going on, basically anything my parents will need to know when we go there together, and how to participate in Kings fandom. So first thing I want to know, I want to go over the starting five for the Kings. You've got De'Aaron Fox, who's like the guy, reigning clutch player of the year, which was the first ever time the award's been given out, and it was for him. He is doing pretty well out of the All-Star break. He had a dip in the middle of the season, but he's back to like 27 points per game. Really good. Second up is, we can do Kevin Huerter now. Kevin Huerter is a shooter. I don't know the positions of players. I'm so sorry. But Kevin Huerter, shooter. He has been having a rough season. You know, hasn't gotten a lot of things to go for him. His shooting percentage is down. A lot of people are being mean to him. I still believe in Kevin Huerter. But his nickname sucks. And it's Red Velvet, because he has red hair. Maybe I'll put a picture of Kevin Huerter in here. Maybe I won't. I don't know if I will care. Okay, number 3 is Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray was a rookie last year, and he set the rookie record for most threes made in a season. Still didn't even get close to winning Rookie of the Year, which is stupid, in my opinion. But there were a lot of really good rookies who were way better than him. This year, not as much of a shooter, a lot more defensive. We might see him against the Grizzlies matched up against their best player. Do I know who that is? No. But basically, he's a little bit more defensive, a little bit more taking it into the paint than just a perimeter shooter this year. He's getting all over. His three-point percentage has kind of dipped, but he's still making waves. He's been injured, so hopefully he's back. Fourth player on the starting lineup, which is so important that I forgot to record my original recording, Harrison Barnes. He's the grandpa of the team. I say that not because he's old, but mostly because he has a lot of NBA experience, especially when the team that went to the playoffs last year basically had no playoff experience except for him, because he was with the Warriors during their cool run of a lot of championships, cool in quotes. But Harrison Barnes puts up a good amount of threes, makes free throws, which our team is not always very good at, so he's very much appreciated for that. But yeah, that's Harrison Barnes. And lastly, the most important storyline, arguably, is Domantas Sabonis, who is a center? I don't know. He's a big guy. He's a big man, as they call it in the NBA. And he has recently set the Kings' all-time record for an in-season streak of double-doubles. For those who don't know what that is, it's when you get double digits of either points, or I guess any stat really, because it could be through steals. But normally it's points and then either assists or rebounds. So Domantas Sabonis has gotten double-digit points and then assists or rebounds for 26 games in a row now, which is a Kings record, leads the league this year. He also leads the league in triple-doubles, which is the same thing, but for 3 different stats. You get 10 or more in 3 different stats. So he is putting together an incredible season this year. Very exciting. Hopefully we don't go to the game where he snaps the streak, because that would be heartbreaking. So that's the Kings starting 5. Other than that, most importantly, is Malik Monk. He is currently the best 6th man in the league. He's not in the starting lineup. Only 5 players are. But Malik Monk is scoring at least 20 points per game. Every time he comes into the game, there is an immediate excitement from everybody. He's kind of the duo to Fox. When you need a spark and Fox isn't providing it, you put in Monk, and vice versa. both out of Kentucky, fun fact, but both incredible players. Other than that, there are key Kings traditions we should go over. I think there's an app we need to download, and sometimes they throw shirts at people, and they also have dancers. There's the Kings dancers, and they dance like every time out. It's fun. They have fun. They also do games. It feels a lot like a minor league baseball, the way that every game it feels like, oh, anytime it's halftime, they're like, we're going to bring out this dog and he does jumps. So hopefully we see some of that, and hopefully I can get some of that on camera. But more importantly than what they do in breaks, first of all, we might be getting cowbells going to the game. Basically, the Kings, especially during when the other team is doing free throws, ring that cowbell. It's been recently in games. Supposedly we're supposed to get one when we go to the stadium. I have no idea. They're supposed to be handing them out for free. Maybe that won't happen, who knows? But if it does, it'll be very exciting. And if not, people will almost certainly bring their own from home and we will be here again. Last thing to mention is that Keegan Murray, which you can see, I looked up in the reflection of my glasses. He is number 13. Anytime he scores, the stadium announcer yells out Keegan, and everyone else in the stands yells out Murray. So we have to do that. I'm so excited to do that. I hope Keegan Murray is playing, because then we get to join in the chant that I chant when I'm alone in my living room watching Kings games. I think that's everything I got for you guys for the Kings. We've been having an up and down season. We are currently in the play-in. That might change tonight with our game against the Lakers and sneak into the actual playoffs. The play-in gives you a chance to get in the playoffs, but it's so much more risky than the actual playoffs because it's just one game instead of a series. So hopefully we get into the playoffs. We're half a game out. We just have to win, have the Suns lose, and hold on to that. We're not quite as good as we were last year, but there's a magic to this team. So hopefully you'll come back and join me on our game on Monday against the Grizzlies. And Levi, I hope to see you before that.